What's up,
Whoa,
Wikimania?
who told you to do the intro today? But it's our month. Are you kidding me?
Shut the up! It's our month. You're gonna have to do the work to bleep that out. Reddit on Wiki starts now.
Get therapy.
What's up, Wikimania? Welcome back to another Friday episode. I don't know if I'm your host today.
Work, white man, work it.
My name's Josh, and I'm joined by my two co-hosts, John and Sean. What's going on, boys?
Hi, guys.
Hi, friends. Sorry about yelling at you, Josh. I didn't mean it. It was just the bit.
Yeah, it was a good bit. Good bit. What's going on? How was your birthday, John?
I was telling the boys this. I was extremely full. I think we ate like at 6 restaurants in a span of 2 days.
Hell yeah.
That's how I want to spend my birthdays.
Can we get a ranking of the food?
Ooh.
Well, we had cheesesteaks because I love cheesesteaks. So there was one that was pretty good. I think I'd rank that up first. I got a regular cheesesteak with the whiz, and then Juliet got the truffle cheesesteak. That one was really good too. And then we had one that had.
I should have got that.
Well, I mean, she
good.
got leftovers, so I ate that today too. And then we went to this restaurant that had Chinese, Japanese, and Thai food. That one was really good too.
Whoa.
Then we got a bunch of hand rolls. Of course, I love me some Toro, so that's a bunch of hand rolls that I got. We got ice cream, actually gelato, which was probably my favorite gelato from DFW. So I really enjoyed that. A lot more desserts. So.
Hell yeah.
I wouldn't rank anything. I enjoyed every single one of them.
Hell yeah.
Equally.
Nice.
Then my mom took me to brunch and I destroyed the shit out of a bunch of hash. So I'm good. I'm good. I'm living a life, man. Plus, Juliet got me that awesome gift and I can just do all my relaxation at home.
Oh, yeah. The compression pants or whatever they
Oh, they're great.
That's sick.
Fucking
The next
love
live,
them.
we need you to record with them on.
I mean, I also bought. Okay, so this is a funny story. I get hyper fixated on a lot of shit, right? So for like a month, I've been obsessively researching this shit. I'm like, I need this. This is my budget. I fucking want it. Like, I get massages anyways. It's gonna save us a bunch of money later on. And she's just like, it's a tough economy right now. You shouldn't get it. So she's been trying to like tell me, hey, don't get this shit. But me, once I got my blinders on, it's done. I'm like, okay, I got a deal. I'm gonna get it for like 40% off. I'm gonna pull the trigger right now. She's like, hey,
damn, 40% off. Send me a link, brother.
I mean, fuck, I got like I get like the military discount and all that. Plus I do a lot of like research back and forth. I like using coupon codes. I don't ever buy shit full price. Fuck that. That ain't me. So yeah, I was able to get that. And she was like, you know what? You shouldn't. It's, the economy's rough right now. Tariffs are crazy. Maybe it's not a good idea. Save your money. I was like, I put money aside. I'm going to get it. She's like, fuck. So the day before my birthday, she was like, you asshole, here's your present. Oh, thank you. And now I'm just going to get the other stuff. So I got the whole set.
Just got the other stuff.
Yeah.
Nice.
I do the exact same shit when it's like my birthday or Christmas or something like that. I'll be like, I wanted this thing. I'm thinking about getting it. I've been saving up or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sienna will be like, you sure you need that? you sure you want that right now?
That shit is dumb. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very obvious in retrospect. They're trying to talk you down, but in the moment you're just like, I want that thing.
But yeah. Oh, it's been great. I've been using that every day and I'm just living my best life.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm glad you had a good birthday. I thought we should start with that at the top since we forgot till the end of the episode on Monday. So
I forgot. Like, I don't even remember half of the shit most of the time. So I don't really celebrate. So she celebrates for me. So I'm like,
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, with that, Wikimaniacs, drop a like, subscribe if you really like us. But with that, we'll hop into the first story of the day, boys. This one, cross-posted by Writing Giraffe, the Goat. Title for this one is, Am I the asshole for stopping my boyfriend's proposal at our best friend's wedding?
Nah. Get your own day.
Yeah, you're not the asshole. You protected him from a scene. You protected yourself from causing a scene of being the asshole.
Don't upstage another couple's celebration. They paid a lot of money for that.
Yeah. Have you guys ever seen a proposal at a wedding?
No.
No, I have not.
Thank God. I've also never seen it. No,
Okay.
no. God, no. It's just such a trope that I would thought someone I would know would have seen it. But
If I saw that shit, I would have egged it on. Say no!
Boo this man!
Boo!
Yeah, for sure.
All right. So I, 26 female, and my boyfriend, 25 male, attended a mutual friend's wedding. They're very close friends to us and brought my boyfriend and I together. My boyfriend and I are coming up on our 3-year anniversary, and things are getting pretty serious. Enough so that I very much want to get married to him. He's sweet, chatty, typically considerate, and empathetic. He's the person who I thought was the first to show me what a truly healthy and compassionate relationship was like. He's very serious about us too. We've had long talks about marriage, and it seems we had an agreement with no formal declaration.
Here comes the but.
Yeah, this is a classic build up to our relationship is perfect.
But
We had even gone as far as looking at rings. So the chances of a proposal was more of a when, not if. A few weeks before the wedding, us and the engaged couple at the time were hanging out. The topic of the wedding was very prevalent, and my boyfriend had cracked a joke about proposing at our friend's wedding. The to-be groom joked back and said, "That'd be funny as hell." This was followed by me and the bride-to-be both shutting it down, trying to be serious, but also not thinking he was serious. He was. During the reception, everyone had made their speeches and people were getting their food.
He was going to do it on mic?
oh my God.
He's trying to get a mic and make a meal of it?
Oh. While our table was waiting, my boyfriend went up to the DJ, and after they played my boyfriend and I's favorite song, which we sing in the car together, A Story of My Life by One Direction. Great song.
After the first dance, you crazy bitch. Holy
Well,
shit.
I don't know if first dance has happened yet.
No, just
Okay.
speeches.
Yeah.
But still.
but first dance usually happens before the speeches.
No,
Right? Typically?
mine happened after.
Oh.
It
Oh,
all
yeah,
depends.
yours
It's
did.
different,
Yeah.
different for everyone.
Yeah.
I think. I look at him smiling, and he's looking around.
No,
All of a
hell
sudden-
no.
He grabs a fork and stands up and begins clanging on a glass.
Bro!
Immediately, the whole dining room looks over. I stand up and whisper the words, "Not right now." His face drops and he yells a mix of, "I'm sorry, I was just joking." After he sat back down, I verbatim said, "Let them have their moment. Let's make this our own thing."
Yeah.
Yes.
He wouldn't even look at me. When it was time to get our food, he immediately went out towards the exit. I followed and tried to catch up to him, but I couldn't find him. I texted him twice and called him a couple times, but got no answer, so I went back to the reception. After not hearing from him for about an hour and a half or so,
God
he returns, sits down, and doesn't even look at me. The rest of the night was terrible. He looked like his dog had just died, and I'm trying to make the best out of the night, but felt like I was just in his shadow. I was preparing for a breakdown or maybe a fight in the car, but the only thing he said was, "I don't want to talk about it right now," and the drive was just quiet and awkward. He sent me a long text about how hard it was to get the ring and how he felt rejected by the closest person, and I embarrassed him. I tried to explain that it's not that I didn't want to marry him, that it was our best friend's wedding and they deserve their moment,
Yes.
that we should create our own and not piggyback off of theirs. He got offended and said that if I wanted to marry him, I wouldn't have stopped his proposal in front of everyone. This situation perplexes me. I've never seen the appeal of proposing at someone else's wedding and tried to handle the situation in a way that I felt was calm and chill, but he's very adamant that I ruined the proposal and made him look like an asshole. Thus, I'm the asshole.
He made himself look like an asshole.
So, am I missing something? Should I admit I was wrong and just let his proposal go at our friend's wedding?
Hell no. Hell no.
Y'all had the agreement that you guys are going to get married someday. You had the conversation that this was the direction you want to do. And this is, you did ring shopping together from what it seems like. Pick a better moment. If you waited the next day, that would have been fine. Y'all could have went to a park or somewhere nice or someplace that you enjoyed the very first time together. Something sentimental. You could have just done that. But upstaging another party where they worked their ass off to get to that spot and to steal their attention, so your bitch ass can have like a free fucking fancy ass a proposal to your girlfriend. Dude, you're an idiot, man.
He's blaming OP, but OP and the bride
Yeah.
both told him weeks in advance, like, for real,
Like,
don't
no.
do that shit.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't, obviously not. Don't
The
do
groom's
that.
an idiot too. Just like, bro, that would be funny.
Well, I imagine the groom thought it was a joke. You know what I
Mm.
mean? That's how, if someone said that to me, I'd be like, that'd be funny. But I would just assume that they're not being serious. You know what I mean?
See, the way I wouldn't even,
Entertain it.
yeah, I'd be like,
I'll shut that
that'd be
shit down
fucking
quick.
stupid.
That's
Yeah.
fair. That's fair. Well, yeah. I mean, listen, I wouldn't expect anyone to ever do that. That's why I would never take it seriously. But
For sure.
that's
We've
fair,
just
yeah.
read too many stories.
yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Some
Maybe I
pe-
should
hey,
take it
people
more
are
seriously.
dumbasses, John.
That's fair.
I don't understand him getting so mad and him being like, oh, like, you embarrassed me, or oh, I worked so hard for the ring. It's like, you could still use the ring, brother. Like,
Thank
no
you.
one's saying, and especially because she was like, not right now. Not like,
yeah.
Not no. I'm not going to get engaged to you. Yeah.
don't or a no, like a vague, but a very specific, not at this very specific moment. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like, it wasn't nothing vague about that. That's pretty much a yes for later. Also, y'all went ring shopping. Y'all, she's down, bro. There's no need for this.
She
and
even
this-
clarified afterwards, like after saying, like, not right now, and then being just like, let's let them have their own moment. Let's make it our own moment. Like, she was not mincing words. Like, you're
Oh.
correct on that. Like,
Yeah,
very clear,
clear.
what she meant.
How
very clear.
situationally stupid is this boyfriend who fucking even think about doing
Also,
that?
if you do that, you could just keep doing it and then act like you're trying to make the bride and groom kiss. Zero fucking
Yeah.
way to get out of that. Besides, oh, I'm joking. Okay. Also, I don't think anyone thought you were going to propose at that moment. So it's not like they're like, damn, he fucking got rejected.
Yeah.
It's just before you said anything, she stopped you.
exactly.
So it's like, oh, okay, she stopped you from giving like an embarrassing toast or, a bad speech or blah, blah, blah. Nobody in their head is like, damn.
Dude, if
He was
anything, more
about to
people are going to talk
propose.
behind your back, and it's going to be even more embarrassing when they're like, can you believe these two dumbasses fucking taking their
Yeah.
moment?
yeah.
Yeah.
Come on now, man.
And it's like, what is OP supposed to do in that situation? Like, if he went through with it and asked her, like, she's gonna look like an asshole if she says yes as well. Like,
Yeah.
and then she's like culpable to his proposal. It's like,
Yeah.
dude, you're putting your girlfriend in a terrible situation either way.
I just don't understand when your partner is like, no,
No.
Don't
and
do
you're still
that.
like,
And then
"Oh,
2
but
weeks
my
later-
feelings are hurt.
my plan cannot be stopped. Even
Yeah.
though I have weeks notice that my plan would fail, I just can't stop it. What can I say?
it's in motion.
It's in motion, even though there's zero motion. You just have a ring that you could use at any point to propose at any other point.
Yeah. The other thing that bothered me was like right after she stopped him, he was like, I was only joking. And then he gets really serious and like, you hurt my
hurt me.
feelings. And like,
Yeah.
it's like,
You know
Uh-huh.
what's more embarrassing? You leaving the wedding for an hour 30 after
Yeah.
that. Because then if like everybody would be like, oh, okay, not a big deal. And they're like, oh, actually, he is fucking actually butthurt over something. I don't know what it is.
Mhm.
Probably not a proposal, right? Clearly, no,
Hmm.
right? I don't know.
crazy. Reddit deemed not the asshole.
Yeah.
And Live Ice 7323 said, not the asshole. It was bad taste for him to propose at the wedding. It would have been unfair to the bride and groom, not to mention tacky. He needs to get over it and move on. Out of all the possible scenarios to propose, he chose the worst option. You did the right thing by stopping him. No one knew he was going to propose, so he shouldn't feel embarrassed, as you said. To which OP responded and said, I did try to tell him that. Our friends, the literal hosts, weren't even that mad after I explained the situation. They just said, thank you for stopping him, and no one else really said anything about it. Because, I mean, they have a right to know at their wedding what was
Oh,
going to
yeah.
happen. Yeah, just insane of him to think that was an okay situation to propose. Do your own thing, dog.
Dumbass.
I had never heard of this before we started this podcast. I
That's
never
what I
knew
mean.
this was a thing that people even tried to
Because
do.
normal people won't even do something like that, Sean.
Yeah. Like, I mean, you see it on like TV shows or like movie or something like that.
I
where
can't
they-
even think of a movie or a TV show where this happens.
I've definitely seen it. I can't pick anyone out of the top of my head, but I've definitely seen it as like a,
There's some
This
shit would
happened.
happen in How I Met Your Mother, but it didn't. Can't even remember a time.
Yeah, it's like a sitcom-y thing that would happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where like some dumb character does it. It's just like what not to do. You know what I mean? But anyway, let's move on to the next story that will keep you mad. Cross posted by Waxing Midscore Dinosaur on our subreddit. Title is, am I the asshole for not being intimate with my husband after he said he misses my pre-pregnancy body?
Hell no! What the fuck?
Okay. I mean, I would feel insecure fucking hearing that shit.
Am I the asshole for not being in the mood after being directly insulted?
For real.
Yeah, this is like I said, this one will not.
This is the opposite
your-
of setting the mood right.
Will not diffuse your anger in this one.
You know what was really fucking sick? Your body before you had a baby. Anyways, you want to fuck?
Oh, you mean the baby you wanted, you fucker?
Even if he wasn't the one that wanted the baby, crazy to throw an insult and then be like, man, that's crazy. Try to smash? No, bitch. What you mean?
Shut the fuck up. All right, so I gave birth around 2 months ago.
Jesus Christ, that is soon.
God, the wounds are probably still fresh.
I'm up a bit more than 10 pounds from my pre-pregnancy weight, which is
No shit. You pushed the whole ass baby out of your body.
I know, but
Honestly,
10
in the
10
grand
pounds?
scheme of things, again, not a parent, not having been through this. I feel like that's not a lot.
I feel it's under it's on
normal
the lower
amount,
end.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, again, I'm not a parent, but I just feel like when I hear 10 pounds, like that doesn't seem like a crazy amount.
Yeah.
You're eating for like 2 people at that time. So like, come on now. What the fuck?
Well, yeah. And you're recovering. Like there's tons
Yes.
of like 10
You
pounds.
might not even be allowed to work out 2 months after.
I don't think
pregnancy.
so.
Again,
Yeah.
we're not parents, but we're just making assumptions here.
Mm-hmm. So I'm in constant pain, barely getting sleep, still recovering. I've been easing back into the gym this past week. So there you go.
You're a trooper.
My husband and I were showering after having sex, and while feeling me up, he said he misses my body. And he said I used to look so good in sexy clothes / lingerie before.
His mom should have swallowed him.
Jesus Christ.
I don't even. Okay. We'll move past that. I went quiet, finished my shower, and went to check on the baby. I brought it up later that hurt me, and I'm self-conscious and trying. He just shrugged and said it's true. I then cried in my car after my workout. He doesn't even work out, and he eats garbage. I've been feeling really down in my body since his comments, and I've pulled back from intimacy for a few days. He says I'm weaponizing sex, but I'm just struggling with how I feel about myself right now. So am I the asshole?
Hell no. What the fuck?
Yo, fuck this guy.
This guy sounds like this should be a Am I the Devil post.
It might have been on there. Who knows?
Because this guy fucking sucks, dude. Okay, first off, he's probably built like me, you fat piece of shit. You know what I mean? Like, you can't fucking...
You're sexy, Sean.
first
What are you
off-
talking about, bro?
Yeah.
You can be sexy and fat. I'll say it.
That's true. That is true.
But like, I don't know. I feel like, especially if you're not a fucking Chris Hemsworth, you should not be commenting on anybody's body.
Even if you are
I don't
Chris
know.
Hemsworth,
and
shut
even
your
if you
ass
are
up.
Chris Hemsworth, you probably shouldn't at all. Especially the mother of your child.
I feel he wouldn't do that because he knows, like, even like I'm talking about Chris Hemsworth. Like he wouldn't do that because he knows how hard it is to get that body.
Yeah,
For real.
yeah, he's a god.
Yeah.
Anyways, I wish I was him. Anyways, but yeah, it's just like I don't know what is going through this guy's head. It's crazy, first off, to say that at all, especially to someone who just gave birth 2 months ago
To your child.
to your child. And like Josh said in the beginning, child you probably wanted.
Probably.
Then for her to come and be like, all right, that actually really fucking hurt my feelings.
It's true, though.
And then to shrug your shoulders and be like, I don't know. This is like such like, oh man, nobody likes my jokes. Like kind of
Yeah.
energy. Like, oh man, no one could take a joke. No one could. I don't know. I think you're just an asshole, man. You're not like I feel like any respectable partner wouldn't miss that.
No.
You know, I just feel like they'd be like, dude, what
I'm
a
happy you're
beautiful-
healthy. I'm happy you're recovering. Hey, I see that you're
Our
getting
baby's
back
healthy.
into a gym. Like, that's something that you used to
Yeah.
do. Good for you. Keep it up. I'm proud
I mean,
of you. Type
even
of
if
shit.
you
Like,
weren't
what the
going back to the
fuck?
gym, just be like, dude, your body is a fucking miracle. You just pushed out our kid.
Yes.
You're walking. You're doing everything. Like, you just started back at the gym or whatever. Like, you fucking went through it.
Mhm.
9 months before that, even before you pushed out the baby, you went through it during that. So it's just like, I can't find any respectable partner being like, especially 2 months later. I mean, being like, man, that was the shit back then. You should really fucking hop on it. It's been a whole fucking 2 months.
Fucking ridiculous, dude.
Yeah, in a video game.
I mean, look, everyone's body fluctuates differently, right? I'm someone who's
Absolutely.
like, I can work out and eat right for like months and months and I won't lose a single pound. And yet I eat like 2 pieces of bread and there's automatic 5 pounds that I fucking gain, right? And that shit pisses me off. Let alone someone who just went through a traumatic experience of giving birth where your body composition hella changes. Your chemical imbalance in your body is going through some crazy shit. Some people experience
crazy.
Exactly. Some people go through that that postpartum thing. I've heard people experience it 6 months after. I hear people experience it years after that they gave birth.
Yeah.
2 fucking months and you expect her to snatch back into shape? That's not how bodies work, buddy. And kind of like what I think Sean said this in the beginning. I bet you're not a fucking cat yourself, my guy. Like, I don't know. Like a respectable partner, we were kind of been going with this in the beginning already. A respectable partner would just say like, hey, take all the time you need as long as you're healthy, as long as your follow-up appointments post-birth saying like the doctor says, hey, you're cleared to work out. Ease your way back into it. Hell, I get sick for like a week and it takes me like, a good 2-3 weeks to fucking,
Go back to the gym.
kind of get back into the swing of things. And that's just a fever.
Yeah.
Imagine childbirth. Like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy, dude?
I sleep in on a Monday and I'm like, I guess I'm not going to the gym this week. I'll start again next week.
My neck started hurting. Like, I slept wrong and I'm just like, oh, I can't do this shit anymore, bro. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah. This is all to say, like, he just doesn't care about you, like,
At all.
as a person, as a human being, let alone as a partner, who he should love and respect enough not
essentially, he's treating you like a sex doll and a baby pusher at this point.
That's exactly.
It's so crazy that partners are like, oh, if my partner doesn't want to have sex, they must be withholding it. Maybe you're just not doing your part in, setting the mood right.
Yeah.
And
know
how
what I mean? Like,
stupid
it
are
has
you to
to-
not realize that what you fucking said ain't gonna put her in a goddamn mood, you fucking idiot?
No,
Yeah.
quite
Oh
the
my
opposite.
God. This is annoying.
No, it's exactly. Yeah. That pisses me off too. You are weaponizing sex. It's like, that's not what sex is. A consensual thing. It's not a weaponized thing. It shouldn't be viewed as that. You know what I mean? It's you are a piece of shit. Made her feel, she's already clearly insecure about her body, which, absolutely happens to everyone. And then you double down on your comments about her body, making her feel worse about it. You think she's going to feel good, like having sex at any point with you going forward? No, like you are such a shallow piece of shit. Yeah, I wish nothing but the worst for you.
We ride at dawn, damn it. Golly, this guy
I hope
sucks.
Reddit ripped him a fucking new one and
Oh,
she
they did.
gives an update. I think I should get a divorce. Some shit like that. Oh, I pray.
Please.
Well, I let me look and see. I don't see any new posts, no comments either. So, nothing from OP specifically, but Reddit deemed not the asshole. And lady lower score Polaris said, if he claims you're weaponizing sex, just tell him you miss his pre-pregnancy personality. If he gets upset about it, shrug and tell him it's true. This guy's audacity is fucking stunning. You changed your body to grow and birth his child, and he has the nerve to complain about 10 pounds or so. I'd never fuck him again. That's some divorce-worthy entitlement right there.
You damn right.
And I agree.
You know what you should say? You should say, I miss my ex-boyfriend's penis. We can't always get what we want, bitch.
Yeah.
I mean, fucking, when he goes low, go lower. And then divorce. Serve him the papers.
Yeah, yeah.
Tell him to go fuck himself literally and figuratively because you ain't doing it with him no more. That's done.
Yeah.
That should be a wrap.
Tell him you make his wallet 10 pounds later, then fucking leave his ass. Anyway. All right.
Bitch.
Moving on to the next one here. This one's got an update. Posted on Best of Redditor updates. The title is, am I the asshole for not letting my coworker stay at my place even though I, quote, have the space?
Hell no, fuck that. I love MySpace. I ain't sharing shit.
I'm not gonna front. I'm friends with some coworkers. I'm not even inviting them over, let alone stay the night. You know what I mean?
There's only like a few scenarios where I would do it. If I threw a house party and there was alcohol involved and they would be endangering themselves if they go on the road or if they refuse to go in Uber and be like, you ain't going anywhere because this shit, I invited you here. I threw a party and this is going to be my responsibility. It's going to be my conscience. If something happens to you, you're staying.
Fair.
Other than that,
I've never.
you get a fucking hotel, buddy. You ain't staying here.
I've never watched Severance, even though I've heard it's good. But I keep my life pretty work and life separate. You know what I mean? I got friends at work. You know, I'm not inviting y'all to like my close friend dinners. I invited maybe one coworker to my wedding. It's just, I don't know. It's separate. It's a different thing, I think.
Yeah. I invited both my coworkers to my wedding.
That's us.
Pretty good. 100% hit rate there.
Yeah, we even, hung out with Fake Josh. Shout out Fake Josh.
Yeah, you did hang out with Fake Josh.
Happy belated, brother.
Yeah, him and Sean share the same birthday, we found out. That's funny. All right. So, I, 23 female, live alone in a small 2-bedroom house. One room is mine. The other one is basically my everything room. It's my office, my closet, storage. Sometimes I just lay on the floor in there and stare at the ceiling when life sucks, LOL. It is not a guest room. I've lived with horrible roommates before, so I worked really hard to be able to afford my own place, and I love having my space. It's literally my safe little bubble. Anyway, one of my coworkers, 25 female, got into a huge fight with her roommates, and they kicked her out. She was venting at work, and I felt bad and was like, that sucks, oh my god, and even sent her a few places to look at. I was trying to be helpful without inviting chaos into my life, you know? Later that night, she texted me saying, hey, I was thinking maybe I could just crash with you for a few weeks since you live alone and have the space. I literally got that sinking feeling in my chest. No. I'm not even that close to her. We're cool at work, but we've never even hung out outside of lunch breaks and complaining about our boss. She doesn't know anything about me, and I don't know her like that. Why would she live in my house?
Yeah.
So I replied super politely, like, I totally get that you're going through it, but I really value my space, and I'm just not in a place where I can have someone stay with me. I was nice, didn't ghost her, didn't ignore her. I just said no. The next day, she's acting really weird. Then another coworker tells me she said, I let her be homeless when I have an entire room to myself. Like, girl, first of all, she's staying at her boyfriend's place. Second of all, I pay to live alone. That's the whole point. I don't want to feel tense or uncomfortable in my own space. I don't want to tiptoe around a person I barely know. And I definitely don't want to deal with just a few weeks turning into, I'm looking, but nothing's coming through yet for 2 months. Now people at work are acting like I'm the bad guy. Sorry for not letting a coworker move into my apartment because you had a bad fight.
Why don't y'all take them in then? What the
Yeah.
fuck? How you're virtue signaling like I'm the bad person, but you don't take them on? Like, come on.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel bad, but also no. So am I the asshole?
Hell no. You set a boundary. And I think you're already going above and beyond what others are doing for her. You're out here helping them out and saying like, hey, these are possibly a few places that you can go and, live. Sorry, your situation sucks, but hey, this is my boundary. My house is my safe space. And kind of like what she said, I pay to live alone because I've had experience with shitty roommates. I don't want to like go home and tiptoe around a place where that's supposed to be my comfort place. So no, I think you're perfectly in a fine of saying no to someone. Hell, even if this was a friend, I think it'd still be okay. You said that because you placed a boundary, but a stranger, essentially, you just happen to work in the same place? Hell no, bro.
Fuck that.
Also, why is she trying to stay at your place if she's already staying at her boyfriend's?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I get like
Did
you
they say
have
they
a place to
broke
stay.
up or they're fighting? Is that what they said?
No, just the roommates were
just
fighting.
the roommates and the coworker.
That's something that also raised a red flag to me. It was like, she was already fighting with her last roommates.
Yeah.
God knows what that was about.
Yeah. Honestly, before she even said that, I would be like, let's talk about like, why were y'all fighting in the first? Seems like it was multiple people against you.
That's what I'm saying.
Makes me feel like maybe you're a bad roommate, which makes me double down on my feeling on not wanting you in my home.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just, yeah, I mean, I fuck with my coworkers. I would say I'm even good friends with like 2 or 3 of them.
Thanks, buddy.
Again, I don't. I find this as a fun time hobby.
It's
I don't like to think of it as a job. It's y'all's full-time job. Until y'all get me out, I'm not calling it a job.
Okay, fair.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, I just, even like inviting people over for dinner, I feel like is kind of an intimate thing, you know?
Yeah.
So it's just like to live at my place for who knows how long. It's a no for me, dog. I don't know. I feel like that shouldn't be a hot take. I'm with John. I don't know why the coworkers are all like ganging up on you when they're also not providing solutions.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah. Also, do they know that she's just staying at her partner's house? Because if that's the case, why are they like, is your partner also trying to kick you out? Or
You don't want to
Yeah.
live with your ass either.
or what's going? Does nobody want to live with you? It might be you.
Yeah,
you
maybe
might
take
be
a
the
look in the mirror.
It's crazy to invite yourself
For
to be like,
real.
can I just stay at your place?
You got a spare room. I know you have a spare room. Like, bitch, because I'm paying for it. And also, depending on the state, too, this could get really complicated. Kind of like what they were mentioning.
Squatter
earlier.
rights, dude.
Yeah.
If it's in, those kind of states where it's like, okay, a week can turn into months. But once they start receiving mail in there, it's a wrap, bro. Like, you're going to have a hard time kicking them out.
Yeah, it's great. Like, there's a short list of people that I'm like, yeah, let them stay with me. You know what I mean? It's like close family and then best friends. You know what I mean? Like, that's the list.
Yeah.
It's
I mean, because
maybe,
even honestly, just like regular friends, it's like,
yeah,
yeah, maybe in your time of need, maybe a night or two.
you do a weekend or something here. Or
Yeah.
whatever.
I'll get them a
Yeah.
hotel. Fuck that. Be like, I'll get you a hotel for a couple
Besides
days
that.
if you want. But I ain't staying with me. Fuck that. I love being. I ain't gonna stop. I'm not gonna start wearing pants just because you're here. But I
Same.
like walking around with what I'm wearing right now. No,
Yeah.
I ain't doing
So-
that shit.
So for me, it's like there's a handful of people that I would even consider it, and like that's after like being like, okay, well, how long is it going to be? Like nailing down details. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And so I would never consider like an acquaintance at work to live with me. That's insane.
Almost
But yeah.
entitled.
I would just sleep in my car, man. Like, I just wouldn't want to even have that conversation. Especially me being the one to be like, can I stay at your place? Like, no, thanks, man. Like,
Yeah.
that's such a rough conversation.
And like the coworkers piss me off too, because it's just like it's such NIMBY mentality where it's just like, oh, you should do something, not me. Like I would, but she asked you, so you're the bad guy for not allowing it. It's just like, okay, motherfucker, if you're such better than me, like allow them to sleep on your couch or whatever. You got that.
And this
for
is
sure.
why y'all will forever be coworkers and not friends.
I think really worst case scenario, I would just be like John and be like, let me get you a hotel room. You know, I could spot you a couple nights at like a motel or something like that
For sure.
before I let you stay at my place.
There's not even gonna be a before. Hell no, you
Yeah.
better figure that
It's
shit
just-
out.
such a weird situation. I get it. Like, I've known friends that have like couch surfed. Like, they've done that kind of life. Like, especially when they like moved to New York or something like that.
Mhm.
They just, I get it. Hospitality, that's a great thing. But I feel like, I don't know. I feel like you got to be very, very close to somebody to make that kind of request.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
So Reddit deemed not the asshole. A commenter said, "You said the people at work are acting like you're the bad guy. Has anyone said anything to you about the situation?" OP said, "It's always something like, well, I would if I lived by myself, or if I had the space. I've had similar situations happen to me and it sucks really bad, which is why I sent her listings. Not sure how that equated to let me live with you, but it does seem like my reasoning of wanting to be alone are somehow invalidated. It's like they think my free room didn't come at a cost." Which is, yeah. I understand OP's empathy being like, yeah, here's some listings. Like, I feel bad. I've been in that situation. It sucks. I'm in your corner, but I'm not going to like let you live with me. So
That's fine.
yeah.
That's a boundary set. Again, I believe she went above and beyond. I don't think any of her coworkers even helped her out in that capacity at all.
no, not based off what we
Mhm.
heard.
Uh-huh.
So like I said, there is an update the next day. Buckle up, boys. It's a long
Oh
one.
no. Oh no.
She went to jail. LOL. Don't know what happened, but I feel horrible to say I laughed. Well, that solves that issue. The end.
Oh shit! I thought that was gonna be.
No, that
I
was
wonder
it.
if it's like bounce checks, possibly.
Could be. I don't know, speculating, but it could be like dealing drugs or something like that out of the house.
Maybe if all the
Who knows?
roommates were kind of against them, and it sounds like the boyfriend wasn't fucking with her either.
Yeah.
It
She
sounds
could
like
be
she just
wilding
didn't
out.
want to incriminate the boyfriend. So she's like, she got kicked out there. I don't want to get incriminated or arrested in front of my boyfriend. Let me just ask a random coworker. Also, if I were you, the way I'd be strutting into work, everybody that called me an asshole the day before, just be like,
What's up, motherfuckers?
should I have let her in?
Well, that's the commenter I picked out. Said, go up to the people that had something to say and tell them they're horrible for not bailing her out.
Yeah, what the fuck?
The way I
Yeah.
would print out like the docket if it's like a public record, just be like, little Cindy here went to fucking jail. Guess for what? You gonna bail her out, you little bitch, or not?
I'm collecting funds to
There you
bail her out.
That's the one.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. So great. I wish I knew what happened. I looked into OP's post and I couldn't see anything. Not saying that by the time this comes out that there isn't something, but
Jail. Tough.
let's move on to the next story here. This one was posted on our subreddit.
Ooh.
So this is a listener posted by Throwaway Midscore Get 8. Title is, my fiance has given me the ultimate ick, and I don't know if I can do this much longer. Am I the asshole?
Just historically speaking, no.
Not the asshole, yeah.
But also, yeah, I think if we knew this wasn't a listener, it's like you're free to leave a relationship whenever
Yeah.
you feel
Now would be the time to do it.
exactly before
Y'all
you
ain't
sign any
locked into
paperwork.
anything yet, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now would be the time.
Not that you can't when you get married, but it's just like
A lot more
I mean, it's
difficult.
more
It's less
complicated, it's
clean.
more costly,
Yeah.
you know?
All right. So this post is super comical at this point, and I know people here are dealing with much bigger issues, but I honestly want to know if I'm being an asshole or not. So my fiance, Brian, 27 male, and I, 22 female,
Illegal.
Wait, say that
Fucking
again.
legal.
28 and
27.
22?
27 and 22, have been together for almost 3 years now.
Say that shit, bro. Say that shit.
That's illegal. So 19 and 24.
4.
Yeah.
I mean,
Not the craziest we've ever heard of, but
not the craziest, but it's like if you're 24,
It still falls under the rule of Sean Law, okay?
I mean, technically 19 and 24 is legal.
yes.
You know, Sean Law speaking wise,
Okay.
it's legal. I will say, if you're, 24 and your girlfriend went to prom last year, that's probably not a good sign on you, right?
Like, you go to prom with her, that's even
Like
weird.
if I'm 24, probably like on average, I probably have finished my bachelor degree by the time my girlfriend went to prom. You know what I mean? Like that
But-
can't feel good, right? That
Jokes on you, Sean. I hadn't even started my program that I actually finished.
I said on
Same here.
average. On average.
I got
I
my
failed or
college degree
dropped
at
out.
27 years old.
Not the average on this podcast, but on average.
Yeah. I gotcha. No, I agree. I think, it's like, it's not the worst we've ever heard,
No.
but based on what you will hear in this post, it's
It
clear why he's
supports-
not dating someone his own age.
Yeah. It's just, I can't imagine being like, man, I am a year or two into my career and my girlfriend went to prom last year. It's just like, if you're close to prom within 3 years, 2 years, I don't know, it feels weird. It would feel weird to me, at least.
Definitely strange. We got engaged 2 months ago. He moved into my apartment and I was living alone for a year before that. He's a good guy, my best friend. He's a bit inexperienced when it comes to dating, so I assumed he just had some learning to do. What's Sean doing?
I'm just shaking my head. He's not a good guy.
Oh,
He's
okay.
not.
But
He also has a goofy humor about him that I love. We laugh with each other all the time. His friends are all living at their parents' house and have been single since high school.
Oh, he's surrounding himself with a bunch of losers.
They would scream things at strangers from their window, passing or driving on the street like, "Your balls stink." At first, I found it kind of funny, but not for long.
Again, 27 years old.
Yeah. They talk about sexually explicit things in front of me in stupid ways like saying, quote, "I'm going to fist your dad. I'm the only girl there and my fiance wants me to come hang out with all of them."
Okay, look, I don't think there's anything wrong with living with your parents. You know what I mean?
No, absolutely not.
That's fine, in my opinion. I lived with my parents till I had like 2 years where I lived with the roommates, and then I went back and saved up money for the wedding and everything. Lived with my parents for like 3 years, and then I got married. I don't think it's a huge deal personally, especially if you're like helping out, paying bills and whatnot.
Especially with the economy.
Yeah. Like there's no reason to buy a house by yourself unless you get a really good deal or you just want to, your prerogative. But I don't think there's anything wrong with buying a house. I do think it is weird if you're 27 just yelling at people driving by. Like,
yes,
the living at home is fine. That's cool. That's normal. Your balls stink. You're 27. That's the best joke you can come up with to somebody that can't hear you at all.
Yeah. We're not even through the worst of it, Sean. Let me keep going here.
This is just sad, I think.
But certain things he's done have just started to give me the ick. I swear this is not satire. I understand everybody has to fart, and I'm a culprit of bad habits too, like when I drink something bubbly and burp. But I feel embarrassed. And then they give a list of things he's done when like fart related. He's very gassy. He's always having issues with his stomach and telling me about his horrible hot shits. Okay, I get guys can be like that, but the way he farts is just a lot. He will squat and fart, put his leg up, spread his cheeks. He told me he farted in the shower and shit by accident.
I think you just need to leave this guy and his group of friends alone.
And says he always pees in the shower. That one I will defend. That's fine.
Yeah, if you get it in the drain, I mean.
Yeah. What are you aiming at the wall or something? what are we doing?
Spider Pig does whatever Spider Pig.
He just sounds like he's 13.
That's what I mean. This is very clearly why he's not dating someone his own fucking age.
But even like, love makes people do crazy things, OP. I'm not trying to call you out, but just, I mean, you're much younger, and even a younger person, I feel like, would be like, if they weren't in love, would see him. I mean, they would see him like you see his friends. Well, kind of funny for a little bit and then annoying and weird.
Well, I mean, I think this brings us to the whole post in general of the ick and how she's feeling now.
That's true.
He's farted on top of me while he was massaging me, and a couple times during foreplay. He was like, "I'm sorry, I can't control it." But we will be under the blankets together and he will lift up his leg in baby position and fart. He tells me that's how it comes out the easiest. He does it badly in the car together, in stores, trains, planes. They're silent, so it doesn't matter to him. Planes. That is terrorism.
I mean, all of those places are rude, to be honest. A train is just equally as bad.
Train is bad too. Imagine. Yeah. Any place that you can't leave and you're stuck there. He's always wanting me to be more open and comfortable with him, and assumes I'm not because I don't shit in front of him or fart on him. At his job, he would draw dicks with his coworkers, and he got reprimanded for it. He works blue collar, and they say they do dumb shit like that all the time. I just don't know if I'm being unreasonable here.
You're not.
I understand we are all humans, but like, he expects me to just think it's normal all the time whenever he feels the slight urge. So am I the asshole for getting the ick?
No, not the asshole. It's go ahead, Sean.
You stayed a lot longer than I would. To be honest with you, love makes you do crazy things. I get it. I'm glad things are opening your eyes now that you're engaged and you're like, is this what I want for the rest of my life? And, I can't tell you yes or no, but I'm going to tell you no. It's not what you want for the rest of your life. There's just, I don't know. Again, maybe we're just getting the worst parts of it, but can the good outweigh the bad? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He seems very immature. I understand, there's a sense of humor with that. A penis is funny. I'm not gonna front. A fart is
I
funny.
still
Fart jokes
do
make
it.
me laugh. Farts make me laugh. You know what can I say?
But are you consistently torturing your wife with that?
Yeah, I just feel like, if you've made it known that, like, hey, like, come on, chill, or like, hey, don't do that in public. Doesn't really matter if it's silent. It's just courtesy. You shouldn't have to teach him how to have manners. He's 27. You know what I mean? You're 22. Yeah, I don't know. You're so young. And I would just say there are better fish in the sea, better smelling, better hygiene, better everything.
Yeah.
My thing is, even at 22, if guys your own age, OP, were yelling at cars saying nice balls or your balls stink.
Yeah.
At any age past 13, really, I feel like that is a no-go.
What are we doing?
If I was in high school, one of my friends just yelled that at someone's car, I'd be like,
That's the best you can come up with, really?
you're fucking lame, dude. Like that's, and again, no offense, OP. Love makes you do crazy things. It's harder when it's a personal story because you know that they might hear it. But it's just, I don't know. This guy really seems like he sucks ass, OP, and I hate to say it.
That's what he does.
No pun intended. Yeah.
No pun intended. He just sounds like not a great time.
Yeah.
He's the gas hole for sure.
He is that.
And with that, that's the last I'll speak of in this.
Good, because I was gonna go afterward. Yes, kind of what Sean is saying. Love makes you do crazy things, and I think your feelings are valid because it's something that it seems like this is who he is, right? And I don't think his personality is gonna change, and this is something that you don't want to live with for the rest of your life if you're uncomfortable with it now in just like your current state. It seems like this person is this is who they are. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gassy as fuck in our relationship. I'm the one who busts his ass all the time. I'm the one who's hella immature about it. But if my wife goes like, hey, this shit's kind of annoying, can you please stop? That's it. I'm like, all right, you said it, it's cool. But like right now, I still do all those immature things, but she's cool with it. She encourages it a lot. Hell, when she goes and I'm like, dude, nice, let's rate it. How good was that? And, like it's an agreed upon situation, and it's if you're already there and you're like, I'm not having this, you have all the prerogative in the world to just get the fuck out of the situation. So you can have a conversation with him and say like, hey, some of the things that you do bother me. Gauge it out to see how he'll react about it, and if he's just like, oh well, you just can't take a joke, or well, this is who I am, then maybe you'll get your answer there.
No, that's a great advice. Like, it's one thing if you were into it and encouraging it and like that was your love language together, but it's very clear that it's not. And so like, yeah, I am on basically where Sean is. It's like, if you're not fucking with this, you don't need to stay. You know what I mean? You can find someone who won't make those jokes and will still have goofy humor in ways you do like.
Look, we're obviously very unserious people.
Yes. Very so. Very much
Your
so.
ball stink is just not good. And not to say that I am the expert on what's funny and what's not funny. I'm sure a lot of people think I'm very not funny. But I mean, I think we could all agree that your ball stink is not a good one.
It's lowbrow humor. Oh,
you gotta have better ammunition.
And I love
than that.
lowbrow,
27 years old. Come on now.
This is coming from two guys who love Tim Robbins.
Yeah, man. I don't know. It's
Jake and Amir, like pretty low humor. It's just like, yeah, I mean, if you love it, that's up to you. But
yeah, there may be somebody out there that is like, my partner is exactly like this guy, and it's awesome. And I'm fucking just raking this guy bad, and I apologize, but it's just you don't seem to love it for sure. So I would say, like what John said, this is probably just going to be him. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So already, if you're not down with that, leave.
And you also got to consider the circle of people that he's hanging out with, right? So those are going to be probably his.
So he's definitely not changing. He's
definitely not changing, because if his group of friends are always going to be like that and acting that same way, it's like a mindset. There's like a hive mindset, right? Like those are the people that he's very close with. Of course, he's going to kind of react or kind of behave the same way they are. And if they're not doing anything to better themselves, then chances are your boyfriend's probably not going to do the same thing. So again, I would have that hard conversation and saying like, hey, this shit bothers me. And if you don't change, you got your answer. Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Also, again, you're 22. Like, there's a lot to see out there.
Yeah.
So, based on their comments, Reddit, like our subreddit deemed not the asshole, agnostic PhD added something that I thought was also important. It sounds like you liked him when you were 19, but now you've outgrown him, which is kind of how it feels. Like you've grown up. That's, what happens when you go from 19 to whatever, 23, 24, whatever. You're going to grow and find out what you truly like and want in a relationship. And I think that's important you listen to that.
I don't know. I think you already know what you want. And this probably just confirms it.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on to the final one here before we hit the Patreon. If you want 2 bonus stories, sign up to be a patron or YouTube member. Links are down in the description. This one is posted by Deleted.
Coward.
Title is, my 46 male wife, 45 female of 18 years recently told me she had 14 sexual partners before me, and I feel devastated. Am I the asshole?
Yep.
Yeah. Before you is the keyword, dumbass. Like,
Also, you've been together for 18 fucking years.
Like, who fucking cares, bro? Like, Is she with you now? Does she love you? Do you guys have a healthy relationship? People experiment when they're younger, whether that's partners or else anything. Like, leave them the fuck alone, bro. It's before you.
All right. So we've been together for 18 years and have 2 beautiful children together. We had our ups and downs like most married couples, but we both managed to have love and respect for each other that kept us going strong.
But
I know this topic has been discussed extensively in this group, but I feel like my situation differs a bit, and let me explain why. My 46 male wife, 45 female, and a friend were out for a few drinks a couple months ago. As I sat there listening to them, the conversation went into how much fun they had in a life before. My heart sank, but I figured we all had periods in our life after our first loves and brushed it off. A few weeks went on, and again she mentioned how lucky she was for not getting pregnant in her late teens or early 20s. One night I ramped up my courage and asked exactly what she meant.
Don't ask questions you don't want the answers to. You know what I mean? Like you asked, and now you're going to be like, oh my God.
But also,
I'm devastated.
Him talking like her. It sounds like it was 2 friends reminiscing about college or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, who doesn't do that with their friends? Like, oh, remember that when we did this or whatever? It's like, yeah, that's everyone.
It don't even sound like they're talking about like, oh, remember when I got dick down by this?
Yeah, not specifically. Anyway.
Yeah, it doesn't sound explicit. It's just like, oh yeah, this is what it was in college.
Yeah, exactly. So one night I ramped up my courage and asked exactly what she meant by what I had heard that night. She said that she had a wild period of her life where she was partying and having fun, and she said that she had 14 different sexual partners before we met. I've had 7, but I mostly focused on long-term relationships.
Okay, bitch. So shut the fuck up. You had sex. If it's 1 or 100 or 1,000, it's before. Also, you have also had multiple sexual partners. 7 is not that different from 14, brother.
No.
I don't know why you're freaking out.
Some were friends with benefits. Others were failed relationships. The issue is that I recall discussing sexual experience with her early in the relationship to see if our values matched, and I don't recall hearing this just the way it was recently explained to me. Jesus Christ.
Me and my wife and mother of my 2 children have been together 18 years. I found out just now we don't have the same morals and values.
I still slept with a bunch of people, but it wasn't the same amount.
But she doubled it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you his values is like, she's got to be a virgin. And it doesn't matter if he slept around.
I was just about to say, if she had 5, do you think he'd be like, oh, I'm the slut? You know what I mean?
No.
No, there's no fucking way he would do that.
That's why the
too
body
many
count
before me.
And it's so dumb when guys are like, oh, I can't have a woman who has a body count of blah, blah, blah. Also, I've slept with 30 women.
Yeah.
What?
It's like, shut the fuck up.
What are you talking about?
Goes on to say, I don't know if I would have considered a long-term relationship would I have known. But hearing that after 18 years together was a gut punch.
Maybe you should get punched in the gut, you fucking moron.
Okay, honestly, if this was me, I'd be like, damn, my wife out there had 14. I must have the best out of 14.
Chose me,
my dick
baby.
my dick game must be crazy. My strokes must be wild. You know what I'm saying? I
You
just
dab
Nigga
her
would've-
up.
so galing. You know what I'm talking about?
I mean, like, bro, she's seen the choices out there. She chose you.
Yes.
Why
That's what I
are
always
you
be telling
offended?
myself, brother. I'm just like, shit, emotion in the ocean must be good.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, bro. Also, she's stuck with your lame ass for 18
For
years.
18
Yeah.
fucking
Gave you
years.
2 kids. I don't know. I feel like that y'all get along pretty well until you just learned about this, and it's nothing crazy. You also slept with multiple people.
Yeah.
You tried to say, "Oh, but it's mostly long-term relationships," and then immediately said there were some friends with benefits in there. So not a long-term relationship. Oh God, this guy sucks ass.
Oh, you're going to hate him even more after the next few paragraphs. I feel crushed. I feel cheap. I feel like I was the safe option at the time. I feel like I was robbed of the chance to make an informed decision at the time. I feel like others had a version of her that I never got to experience. It changes how I see her.
brother.
It's affected the foundation of my trust, my affection, and even my sense of fairness in the relationship. I'm less tolerant, angry, and even wanting consequences to a certain extent. What consequences? Like, what do you mean?
You sound like a serial
also,
killer.
it pisses me off when people say, I don't get this version of her, or like, where's her wild side? Because you're also not doing anything to unlock that side of her, brother. Like, if you want her to go crazy on your shit, fucking do like the gawk twist and all that, you gotta have that conversation. Hell, get her like turned on into like, you know, doing all that stuff with you, with consent, of course. But you're the one that's a problem, not her, motherfucker. Obviously, she had it, but you're not doing anything to unlock that, you stupid ass bitch. What are you? Oh my God, these people piss me the fuck off, dude.
I feel betrayed, blindsided, and even a little foolish for not knowing sooner. I've tried explaining to her how this shook me, and she minimized the situation. She said what she had to say, and it's up to me to figure the rest out.
Yes.
I feel like I'm bleeding out while she's walking around like nothing's happened. Holy shit. You are the most insecure motherfucker I've ever heard.
You've already been chosen.
I'm
and you've been
bleeding
chosen
out.
for 18
Shut
years.
the fuck up. Holy. She's obviously seen how this affects me, and we both increased our affection and intimacy, but I don't know if the intimacy is a subconscious response of, why should I hold back my sexual needs knowing she so liberally gave it away to so many before me? Again, he slept with 7 people, so.
This is like one of those, I'm a high value man type
Yeah,
of shit.
that's exactly
And
what
just
it
because,
is.
you know, like a good woman shouldn't fucking give in all that stuff. Like, you know, the master key, the master lock kind of
Yeah.
bullshit conversation those red pill fuckers be having. He's
Also,
one of those.
him saying gave it away, it's like, no, that's not, she had consensual sex with other people. It's not giving anything away.
You also gave it away.
Yeah. It's just like, what a
The double standard is crazy.
it's just a transactional way to look at sex. It's like, that's not what sex should be. You know what I mean? It should be an enjoyable experience for 2 people or more. Whatever you're going to do. I don't know. Yeah.
The internet's 3 most vanilla dudes.
I stopped at 2 and then I was like, no, I should expand that.
People do more than
Yeah.
that, huh?
Yeah. Or 1. You know what I mean? Whatever you want to do with yourself.
Oh, God.
All right, last few paragraphs here. I know it's not fair for her, and certainly I don't want to shame her, and I remind myself these experiences likely shaped who she is today. But I want her to feel what I'm feeling. I know most will say to move on, get
This
over
motherfucker
it,
just wants to sleep with more people.
but my thoughts are hard to manage, and these feelings continuously creep up in my mind. I'm trying to resolve this issue with a therapist, in brackets, very early stages. But I seem to be more and more resentful as time goes on. I can't believe it's affecting me this much at this point in our relationship, but I can't seem to regulate my emotions. So that's a you problem, buddy. That's not a her problem.
And that's going to come in time, and that's going to be what the work you have to do in therapy to realize you need better coping mechanisms. You need to get over shit because this happened all before you, buddy.
It's also so fucked up to feel pain, like regardless of how valid his pain is, and be like, I just want her to experience this too. It's like, why would you wish that on your fucking partner? You
Seriously.
selfish motherfucker. I was raised with the notion that, quote, anyone can make decisions, but it's the living with the consequences that's the hard part. I'm afraid that the resentment will reach a boiling point where I risk doing something I regret. Please help. I need comforting ideas to help me resolve this. Am I the asshole?
Yes, and honestly, you're the consequence that she has to live with. A fucking insecure little boy who is, dude, she gave 18 years of her life to be with you. And it sounds like you guys have a healthy relationship. You guys have 2 children, but, reminiscing and all that, cool. It happens, especially like conversations with friends, like, maybe you haven't seen them in a long time or like, hey, remember when we used to do stupid shit like this?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. She wasn't out here like talking about her conquests, like she's not here like, remember I used to fucking do the shit out of that motherfucker. No, it was never like that. You asked the question. You're the one that kept probing and saying like, well, what did you really mean by that? Knowing that you're going to be insecure about it. Look, I'm glad that you're taking a step in therapy, that you're trying to get yourself fixed. But kind of like what Josh is saying, I hope that the more work that you put in therapy, that you're going to rescind that, statement that you said that I want her to feel the hurt that I feel. Because that is fucked up. You never want to wish that on your partner. If anything, you want to have that mind frame of saying that like, hey, I never want her to experience the pain that I'm feeling. So I'm going to work on myself. I'm going to make sure like I'm going to get over what I'm feeling. So that way I can be a better husband and apologize first off and saying like, hey, I'm sorry that I flipped out on you like this. This is how I was feeling. I'm working on it. And I bet you she's going to understand you. Y'all have 18 plus years of relationship built, and don't fucking ruin it over some insecurity that you had nothing to deal or you weren't part of it. I would have understood if like you guys were dating during that time and she was doing all those in the past. Like, sure, maybe you could have got stemmed some insecurity from there. But this was way before you came in the picture, buddy. So get the fuck over it. And I usually don't say that about people who's hurting. It had nothing to do with you.
Literally nothing.
I think when people are acting like a bitch, we could say that. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, you're acting like a bitch, dude. Look, there's no, again, it's just all about mindset. I just feel like if I were in your shoes, I'd be like, damn, my dick game is crazy. My dick game is solid as fuck.
She had 13 before me and picked me. Hell yeah.
I'm the fucking GOAT. You know what I mean? Again, that's just me. So I don't know
That's
why
a healthy way
you're
to look
so
at it, buddy.
insecure.
Like most guys should actually think like that. Like,
bro, she played the options and she chose.
Yeah.
you.
So I don't know. And it should go the same way, both ways. I feel like a majority of the time, people don't we've never read a story where a girl was like, oh my God, my husband just told me his body count and it's over. We've had 2 kids for 18. Like we've never had this reverse. It's just, it doesn't matter. If it's before you, it's before you.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't see why it's a big deal at all.
Yeah. I truly don't understand it either. Reddit deemed asshole. And I kid you not, I found this thread organically and I want to read this for you. So, Evil Finch commented, said, what a drama queen. Why do I have the feeling that he will soon come with, quote, I need to get even to get over this, and I need to sleep with 7 women.
That's the exact vibe I was feeling. As soon as he was like, I need her to feel my pain, I'm like, this motherfucker's trying to sleep with more people.
Yeah, that's exactly the feeling I was getting. To which Blasphemer said, I think he needs to sleep with 18 men to get even. And then underneath that, Morticiary Maiden said he must surrender himself to the gaycation.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Go to Ibiza, buddy. If
Organic
he gets a
gaycation.
flight to Ibiza, it's a wrap. He's getting dicked down over it.
That story still confuses me.
But then he comes back, it doesn't count, John. So he's still at 7.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. Fuck.
Because what
You're
stays, what happens at the gaycation stays at the gaycation.
Stays there for sure.
Yeah.
Mm.
God, so what a piece of shit.
This guy's whack.
All right. That is it, Wikimaniacs, for this episode. What did you think? Let us know down in the comments below. If you like what we do, hit like, hit subscribe. Helps out the channel. If you really like what we do and want some bonus content, join our Patreon at patreon.com/cultivate podcast network, or hit join on our YouTube members program. That being said, boys, is there anything else before we close out the show today?
If you want to hear us conversation about a fuckable candle, please join our Patreon or YouTube
Jesus
membership.
Christ.
Thank you.
Also, if you don't want to buy a fuckable candle, you can buy merch on Reddit on wikishop.com.
Yes.
There is a new line. Shout out to John, correct me if I'm wrong, Joy,
Yes.
for the design. All I did was make the flower a little bit bigger, Joy. But besides that, Joy designed it. So shout out Joy. And yeah, if you want some merch that isn't in your face, aggressively offensive like the 69 merch, this is the time. It's really cute merch. It says Row. We've already had some people buy it and say thank you for coming out with merch that only says Row. So yeah.
With that, we'll close out the
Fuckable
episode
candles.
today. Thank you, Wikimaniacs, for listening.
You haven't thought of the wick. You're gonna hit the wick. That's gonna hurt so bad.
Fuckable candles.
All right. Thank you guys.
Jesus Christ. All right. Bye.
Therapy.